Alright traders, it is about 4:50 again. It's Memorial Day weekend and it's Sunday, and I'm doing a recap of trading on Wednesday, May the 25th. And in this process of the setup, if you recall, I said that the high of the week is the red bar and the green bar is the low of the week. So in the overnight session the market went lower, so I'm just going to grab the green bar and I'm going to make the adjustment, and we'll bring it down here to the low, and the low in the overnight session was 12,227. So now I've got the range for the day set. Remember, my blue bar again represents the overnight open, so I'm just going to drag that bar, and the overnight open here was the high up in here. I'm just going to go inside just a little bit of this body and place the open in here. I'm always looking to see what the market is doing through, actually for the overnight open. So now I've got the weekly high that was set on Monday and Tuesday, and this, even though you see it here, this is not the end of the day. This is actually showing me that there is some resistance up here at the high for the week. Here's the overnight low that happened, so I moved the bar down to here to represent the range for the week so far. You can see that once it got down here in the overnight session, it came back up and it met some resistance. Touched it again, met some resistance, and so finally got through here before it actually had a couple of bars that tried to close over the top. To me, this was giving an indication that the market wanted to go higher on Wednesday. So once we got up in here, even though I've got a great signal in here, we waited till 10 o'clock to see where it was happening. It already had come down. So now when it's down, I'm looking for, here's the 10:30 area. So let me draw my first time zone. I'm going to take the time level bar, and I'm just simply going to come out here at 10 o'clock. Remember, these are 512 tick bars. There's a good sell signal here, but I'm seeing this as an opportunity to buy, is that the market came back up and traded through the overnight open. It is very, very important. And so now there was some resistance and it came back again, and once it got in this little level of consolidation right here, I'm looking for a buy signal about right here, and that's exactly where I went in at. And I'm actually just going to go grab my pointer. I'm going to grab a green bar, and I came in here right at 25. So I got 325, and I was actually filled on this bar at 1024. I'm actually also going to bring up my next time zone bar, 26. There we go, right there. Yeah. And that represents 1030. There is a relationship between these tick bars, the 512 tick bars. So this is the first half hour and this is the second half hour, and you can see there was a lot more volume and there was a lot more movement in price, in that there's more tick bars in the first half hour than it was in the second half hour. This was a part in here that the market just started consolidating, trying to figure out if it was going to get more buyers, and it did. And the breakout basically, again, was right here, was 12,325. Now I'm going to go back and get the pointer again. The magenta bars represent my first exit, and the first exit is 10 ticks higher. So at 25, all I'm trying to do is go here to 35. And then my big bar here is my P-stop bar. I'm going to duplicate that and bring that. So from 25 to 15 is 10 points, to 10. So now I'm here at 25, down at 10. That gives me my 15 point. I actually should have brought this bar down here to 12,300. That would actually been a better protective area, but I was lucky. I waited till this bar here moved out, and fortunately the market kept going higher for me. Once this bar formed, going to give an indication that is the market going higher. We haven't looked at the actually internals yet, but the internals also give me a clue as the market's going up or down. I prefer flat advances and declines. Just so if the advances that are at 47% and declines that are 53%, that's perfect for me. I look for flat days so we get more of a turn, so the market's just actually trading in turns. So it came through here, and once it bumped up and came through here and went higher, I actually placed my last stop right here and got stopped out at 360. Place to stop in there. So I got 10 on the first point, and at 25 to 60 I got 35 on the second. It's a total of 45 ticks from here. The market actually went up higher, but normally I don't trade past 12:30 or 1 o'clock unless I come back and look at the market. But if we look again, this small little spinning top, this hammer right here, and this whole group here, let me highlight this a second. Whoop. Go back. Let me highlight this. Take a little oval. This whole group right here started giving an indication that this was over. In other words, this is showing resistance here at the high of the week, and once it created this little small little thing of consolidation, a good sell signal would have been somewhere in here about 12,405, and going out at the end of the day, actually all the way down to the close of the day. You could have got down at the close, but this gave a great indication that the market was meeting with resistance here. This one bar right here did the exact same thing, that showed the market was slowing down, but there still was enough supply and demand to keep the market going higher here. So on this particular trade, like I said, we bought at 325, we got our first exit at 335, and we got out on our second trade at 360. And this was on Wednesday, and that was, see anything else I need to say? Again, this bar right here represents the low of the last 10 days. Now that low is moved. It's actually gotten lower. So 10 days ago that was the low of the last 10 days. So the market has dipped below it, and now the market has come back up. And you can see even in the overnight session, which is actually going to be for Thursday evening, you can see that it bounced off that low of the 10-day low. But we'll look at that on the next chart. Hey, thanks for coming by, and remember, this is Big Al, and this is how I trade. Thanks.